Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I wanted to share two air dry clay home decor projects that I made, and the first one is an incense holder that was inspired by these pictures from Laurie Melia ceramics that I saw on Pinterest, and I'll link her website for you guys if you want to check out more of her stuff because her ceramics are gorgeous. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay guys, so to get this hand outline, all I did was trace my own hand. So trace your hand to get a hand outline, and this is going to be our stencil. I also wanted to add in nails at the top, just like the inspo hand I was looking at. Next, take a big chunk of clay and roll it out. I also like to add a little bit of water on top of my clay before I lay my stencil on it so that it can stick better, and then lightly trace it out. Before I remove the stencil, I'm also going to trace out all the little details that I sketched on my hand. And now I'm going to fully cut out the hand. Using a toothpick, I'm going to carve in all the little hand details better. I forgot to trace in all the fingers, so that's what I'm doing here. I wanted the fingernails to be a little lower than the fingertips, so I'm removing a little bit of clay on top, and if you get any bumps, just smooth this out with some water. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in little rings on my fingers. Taking a small amount of clay, I'm going to roll a circle because this is going to be our eye, and I'm actually going to shape it into a little bit more of an almond shape. Once I'm happy with it, I'm going to cut it in half using my scraper tool. And now I'm just going to attach it to the middle of our hand. To blend this in better, I'm going to take small amounts of clay and kind of put them around the eye, and then you guys can see how I'm blending it in, and you can just use your finger for this, or you can use one of these clay wooden molding tools. I traced out the almond shape so that you guys could see it better, but now we're gonna add small amounts of clay on top of the eye outline to make it look like it has an eyelid. And now you can just blend it in. Next, I'm adding in the iris, and then I added in eyelashes. Now I'm going to take an incense stick and I'm going to stick it in the middle of the eye and push it in so that I can make sure that this will hold the incense stick up. Blend anything else if you need to, and then let this little guy dry for a couple of days.
Later.
So here's our Hamsa dry, and now I'm going to lightly sand it. Now it's time to paint, and you can paint this however you'd like. I didn't end up liking this purple that much, so I decided to change it to gold. I'm taking some clear Elmer's glue and I'm going to paint the purple rings with it, and if you do this, make sure to be very precise with the glue because we're going to add glitter on top of it. And look how pretty the rings turned out with the glitter. Next, we're going to do the same thing with the eyes pink eyeshadow. I'm going to use some of these rhinestones and I'm going to glue them around the eye. If you Google palm hand chart, it's going to give you a full chart to tell you where the mounts of everything on your hand goes. So here I'm just going to add in the mount of Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Apollo. You could add in all the mounts if you wanted to, but I didn't want to make this too cluttered. Using Decor Art's triple thick gloss glaze, I'm going to seal this. I saved the glittery parts for last because I didn't want to drag glitter accidentally all over the hand. Okay guys, so for our next air dry clay project, we're going to be making a key holder using this stencil, and I did not draw this myself. I bought this body outline from an Etsy shop. All I did was finish the top of her head because I wanted to add in hair, and then I sketched in some kindergarten looking flowers all over her body. I'll link the Etsy shop that I got her body outline from for you guys down in the description box. So roll out your clay and then lay your stencil on top and then trace her out. Before you take off the stencil, remember to trace out all the little details that you drew on her body. And now fully cut her out. Using my needle tool, I'm just going to deepen all the little details we had already traced out. Make sure to smooth out any bumps with water. So now I'm going to take some of these little hooks and I'm going to stick them in on the bottom of her leg. This is how she's looking like after I stuck in the hooks, and I just pushed them into the clay, and now I'm going to let her dry for a couple of days.
20 minutes later.
So here she is dry. The hooks do indent backwards a little bit, so I need to make her thicker so that she doesn't stick awkwardly out of the wall when I hang her. So to make her thicker, I traced out her body shape on a thick piece of foam paper, and I'm just gonna glue the clay version of her on top of the foam version like this, and then that takes care of that problem. Now I'm going to sand her a little bit. So this little line down the middle bugs me, and in order to fix this, you could add in like a small amount of clay on top, but I don't want to wait for it to dry, so I'm actually going to use some of these plaster strips that I have, and I'm just going to stick them all along her side to get rid of that line. And these plaster strips dry within 3 minutes, so it's a really quick fix. And then here's how she looks after I covered all of her side with the plaster strips. Now you can paint her, and you can paint her however you'd like. The last thing we're going to do is seal her, and once again I'm going to use Decor Art's triple thick gloss glaze. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you try this out, let me know if you have any questions. And I also have a bunch of other air dry clay videos on my channel, and I'll link them for you guys if you want to check those out. And subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!